Biden administration to enforce that you say they're not enforcing?
Yes, and I will say it was rather striking when the White House press secretary claimed Republicans have no solutions, because we have been talking specific solutions from the very beginning. This was caused by 3 decisions Joe Biden and Kamala Harris made on the very first day in office. Number 1, they immediately halted construction of the border wall. How do you turn this around? Reverse that decision. Resume construction of the border wall. By the way, we're paying people not to build the border wall with taxpayer funds. That's one concrete step. A second concrete step, on day 1, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris reinstituted the failed policy of catch and release. What should they do? Reverse that policy. End catch and release, because it causes this crisis. And the third policy, the most concrete policy, on the first day in office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris ended the incredibly successful Remain in Mexico agreement. What was Remain in Mexico? It was an agreement that President Trump negotiated with the government of Mexico, that the government of Mexico agreed that anyone who crossed illegally into Mexico would remain in Mexico while their U.S. asylum case was proceeding. And Remain in Mexico was incredibly successful. So much so that last year, illegal immigration fell to the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 45 years. When the White House says they can't fix this problem, they are not telling you the truth, because the problem was largely fixed last year. And they broke it. They broke it because on day 1, Joe Biden ripped up that international agreement. A federal court has now ruled that ripping up that international agreement was illegal. The Biden administration is under an order from a federal court to return to that agreement, and they are slow walking. I've talked to Border Patrol officials who have said that the Biden DHS is slow walking compliance with that order. They could implement it today, but they're defying a federal judge because, sadly, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have handed control of the agenda on immigration over to the radical open borders extreme left. You know, when I was down in South Texas a couple of weeks ago, I did roundtables with farmers and ranchers, but also with Border Patrol agents, with sheriffs, with law enforcement, with local elected officials. Most of the elected officials in South Texas are Democrats. South Texas has been historically a very Democratic part of the state. Almost to a person, the elected officials I spoke with in South Texas, the Democrats said, you know, if the Democratic Party nationally is the party of open borders, I can't support that. I can't stand with that. And I will note McAllen, which has been a bright blue Democratic bastion for a long time, just elected a Republican mayor. Because the people who are seeing firsthand the tragedies, the little girls and little boys who are being sexually abused by the traffickers, the drugs that are flowing over, the bodies that are left, the people that are left to die in the desert heat, this is unconscionable, and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris caused it. The way to fix it is reverse the political decisions they made on January 20th of this year. They could do it and fix it. It is only partisan politics that prevents them from doing so.
Yep, I think that's good.
All right, thank you, guys.